Hello everybody, welcome to the Pill of Physiology. Today we are talking about echolocation in cetaceans. But I have a question for you. Do you know what echolocation is? Okay, don't worry, I tell you. It's a technique used by bats, dolphins, whales and other animals to determine the location of objects using reflected sound. The term was coined by Donald Griffin in 1944, who was the first to demonstrate its existence in bats. The echoes are used to locate, identify, and estimate the distance to object. Echolocation is also used for orientation, searching for food or hunting, and communication. But what is the sound? It can be identified as an ondulatory phenomenon. The speed of sound in water depends on two factors, pressure and temperature. The sound in water propagates much faster than air, approximately 1,500 meters per second.
If there's one thing you learned today, let it be the difference between porpoise and purpose. In marine mammals, sound is used for communication, exploration, advertisement, locating food, maintaining bonds between mother and offspring, and identifying individuals within their own group. Echolocation can convey information over greater distances than vision, so it is an efficient adaptation evolved in cetaceans. A dolphin would actually be able to detect the sound of a small ball at the other side of a football field, which would be a distance far too great to be seen by the dolphin underwater, or even heard by a human. Dolphins also produce sounds of different timbres, which can infer information about the object's composition due to the reflection of the sound. Whales also produce pulses which reflect off objects to provide information on food sources. Sperm whales use echolocation to determine where the bottom is, how fast they are approaching, and locating squid, as they dive at great depths with little light at great speeds. The echolocation from finback whales can be transmitted and heard hundreds of kilometers away. They can determine if underwater volcanoes or islands might be in their way and steer away from them. Many of these sounds produced are not even within the auditory range of humans. For example, baleen whales can also produce sounds so low in frequency that they're an octave or more below what humans can hear. The sound waves emitted can be as long as 88 meters, traveling in ocean basins hundreds of kilometers away. Each individual also has a distinct signature whistle to recognize each other easily. Mothers and infants rely on unique calls and are similar between individuals with strong bonds. It is also used as greetings. And who knows, maybe one day it might even be on Duolingo.
But how do they do this? Clicks are produced inside the nasal system near the blowhole. After the dolphin takes a breath at the surface, air returns from the lungs to their nasal hair sacs located below the blowhole. Here, there is the monkey lips dorsal bursa complex, where each bursa lies slightly below a phonic lip. With muscles, dolphins pressurize the nasal system and manipulate the air flow through the phonic lips, causing them to slap together. These generate the clicks. Then the clicks need to be channeled in a directional beam, so they are transferred to the dorsal bursa and pass on to the melon. The melon, a fat-filled organ in the forehead, acts as a lens, but instead of focusing light, it focuses sound waves. These waves travel until they hit a sound-reflective object that reflects back the echo towards the dolphin. The echoes are received by an acoustic window in the lower jaw. Here there is another large fat deposit that is strategically placed behind an area of the jaw where the bone is very thin. The posterior wall of the mandible has a foramen, through which the fat connects directly to the lateral wall of the tympanic bubble. The vibration gives rise to pressurized waves that propagate along the canal of the acoustic fat, reaching the tympanic bubble, and are transmitted to the chain of the ossicle and the cochlea. The cochlea, through the auditory nerve, sends the received information to the center of the processing in the cortex. And in the brain, a computation of the distance of the object is made by the time delay of the echo. Dolphins typically emit echolocation clicks at a rate that allows the echoes to return to the animal before the next click is emitted. Consequently, the repetition rate increases as the dolphin closes on a target, like your car parking sensor.
Now let's recap together what we've learned. We have said that sound travels in water much faster than in air. Dolphins exploit this fact through echolocation, which allows them to see even in a really dark environment. Scientists think that an actual visualization through sounds occurs in dolphin brains. Echolocation allows dolphins to communicate with each other at long distances. So now, when you see a melon, don't just think about the fruit.